this building, the energy and all that is getting ready to go on to what we will see on this court. At the end of the night, one of these teams will win a WNBA championship. So you know what time it is, guys at home. The New York Liberty are under a lot of pressure right now. And I think it's time for a pep talk for the New York fans that are looking to win their first championship. Coach Peck, what do these players need to do tonight?
Okay. New York, here's what I need you to do. As you sit there and you're ready to take the floor, close your eyes. Remember, October 18th, 2023, the celebration that happened right here, it wasn't you. Do you want a do-over? Do you want to make that shot that you missed? Do you want to take back that turnover? Do you want to be on time in that rotation? See, now's your time. Now's your time. It's like a boxer in a heavyweight fight. You know what a boxer does? They jab, they test, they probe, and then they deliver that final knockout. That's what this series has been. See, I'm going to tell you what your knockout is tonight. This is how you're going to wear them down. JJ, you have been the influencer inside. You have been the dominance. You have been the impact player, along with the stretch three. Sabrina, they tried to guard you in the half court. Not today. And they cannot guard what they cannot catch. Stewie, you know what championships mean. You know how to get them. You go do what you do. But I'm going to tell you how you really wear them down. You got Benazelani. You got Leonie Phoebus. Phoebus is shooting a three like it's a layup. See, it's not just about avenging what happened last year, but it's about a legacy. When you think about the greats, when you think about Sue Wicks, you think about Kim Hampton, you think about T. Spoon, Vicki Johnson,
Legend.
Crystal Robinson, Becky Hammond, and sitting courtside Rebecca Lobo. Yes, ma'am. You go after that championship because tonight it is about bringing a championship to the New York Liberty, getting their first WNBA championship. Because you know what? There'll never be another first. Woo! Wait, where's that mic? You better drop that mic.
The mic is on the floor. The mic is on the floor. Coach Peck with an epic pep talk. Sinead, how much pressure is on this Liberty team right now?
Look, I'm not even worried about that right now. This has been the most talked about WNBA season to date, and guess what? The games, they won 2, 3, 4, and now 5 have exceeded it. To me, it's been surreal. It's been surreal.
They got to meet the moment. Both sides have to meet the moment. Players, coaches included, everybody has to rise up.
They have met it 1 through 4. I expect more in Game 5. That is it for your WNBA Countdown crew. We will see you in just a few minutes, but right now we're sending you out to the game.
That's why people cry when the championships, because it's hard.
I'm built for this moment.
Do or die. That's how we're playing.
They're going to give everything they've got. So are we.
Yeah. When the game starts, no excuses.
All we got, all we need.
All right, we go.
Center stage is all or nothing. Play the call for the real ones, born now.
As hard as you can for 40 minutes and nothing else matters. Get in that
Get down.
Who wants it? It's our chance to go get it.
We welcome you to the WNBA Finals presented by YouTube TV. Tonight in Brooklyn, New York, it is a winner-take-all. Game 5 of these WNBA Finals. The fans jammed into bars, the streets filing into the arena. Another electric atmosphere expected at Barclays Center, and what a finals it has been. Historic shots, grit, unforgettable emotion, and it all leads to this Game 5 tonight in Brooklyn. As we welcome you courtside, hey again everybody, Ryan Rucco alongside the Hall of Famer Rebecca Lobo. Just delighted to be with you for Game 5 of these WNBA Finals. Rebecca, of course, this season would come down to this moment, and if the New York Liberty are going to rise in this moment, they're going to need more than what they got from Breanna Stewart and Sabrina Ionescu in Game 4.
Their two superstars helped them to get to this place this season, but yes, they were not as productive as usual in Game 4. They were not as efficient as usual in Game 4, combining to shoot only 28% in that game.
Was efficient and effective was Jonquel Jones. She has had a terrific finals, 18 points per game, 50, 40, 90 as well from the floor. Meanwhile, for the Minnesota Lynx, while New York's trying to win its first championship, the Lynx going for a record 5th, and they rely on everybody. They got a balanced attack in that Game 4 win.
Yeah, they certainly did. This is a team that shares the basketball. They share the wealth, and they were able to do that with all 5 players in double figures. But make no mistake, their MVP is Napheesa Collier in the playoffs. She's leading all players in points, rebounds, steals, and blocks, and she's getting it done on the defensive end of the floor. She has the versatility to switch out onto smaller guards. She can blow up plays, be disruptive. She can get out in passing lanes, get steals, and she's made life really hard at times for Breanna Stewart.
To further get us ready for tip, let's send things out to our studio crew. LaChina Robinson, Andrea Carter, Wnba, Carolyn Peck will set the stage.
Thank you so much, Ryan. Welcome into our WNBA Countdown set. LaChina Robinson, Andrea Carter, Wnba, and Coach Peck with you. And guys, Rebecca Lobo just outlined how impactful Napheesa Collier has been in these finals, but it's going to take more than Napheesa for the Lynx to beat this whole crowd in Brooklyn. Who is the key, or what is the key for the Lynx to win tonight?
For me, it's ball movement. When they have ball movement, they talk about the one more pass, the extra pass. They get everybody involved. Coach Reed talked about having layers to their offense to get Napheesa Collier open opportunities. So it's the ball movement for me for Minnesota that's going to be big.
How do you get Napheesa Collier the ball? It starts with the dog. Should I do it?
You do it.
Go ahead. Courtney Williams, the point guard. When I came into the league and I got to play with her, she was a player that was a shooting guard. She's still a mid-range monster, but now she leads the offense. Y'all, she is fierce, she is fearless, and that energy is what will carry the Lynx forward. The Lynx are going to have to not handle the moment, but handle the moment. Like I talked about, it is going to be a heavyweight battle. Cuts here, point cuts there, but who can stay composed as this crowd gets into it and the decisions that are made in the high-pressure situation. You don't want to force things, you don't want to be a hero. You've got to trust the teammates that are on the floor with you and stay connected all 4 quarters.
And they cannot risk a slow start. First 2 games here in Barclays, the Minnesota Lynx got off to a slow start. Game 1, they bounced back from it. Game 2, they did not. They had to start the way they did when they were at home.
But I know what we are all feeling sitting on this set. You can feel the pressure. It's so thick you can cut it with a knife. The New York Liberty with so much on the line, an opportunity to win a franchise first championship. What is it going to take for the Libs to get it done?
The New York Liberty have a player that has been an MVP, that has won championships, that has won at all levels, and now has returned home to New York to deliver once again. It's Breanna Stewart. Her superpower is that she can play all positions, from the 1 to the 5. They have to unleash the beast. She has to be more efficient, and she has to lead and guide the team, because she is truly one of the WNBA's most unguardable talents. They have to use this pressure in a positive way. They cannot carry a heavy load and make it heavier than it needs to be. Look, New York has been the #1 team all season long. All they have to do is trust what they have built for. They can take motivation from what happened last year, but not let that hold them back. They've got to have the courage to make the plays, make the shots in the moments when it counts.
And they have to do it with a sense of freedom, because sometimes, we all know this, when you want something so badly, you're tight. And when you want something so badly, you try to force it. And we saw glimpses of that in Game 4, where they tried to force the action, they tried to force the shot, because they wanted it so badly. They have to turn that and play with freedom tonight.
Now it's time for the picks. Who's winning it all? You don't have long. We don't have long.
51 years since New York has had a championship, I think it's going to be Liberty.
Yeah.
I'm saying the Minnesota Lynx defense, the defense gives them an
2 New York and 1
What you got?
I'm going Minnesota.
Oh,
Two teams.
my decision.
Ryan, Rebecca, Holly, out to
China. Here we go. What an atmosphere at Barclays Center. Deafening already in Brooklyn. We heard our crew talking about it. Breanna Stewart looking for a bounce back in Game 5. For more on that, here's another Hall of Famer, Holly Rowe.
Breanna Stewart is one of the best to ever do it with her back against the wall. In WNBA history, she's second all-time, 23.3 points per game in winner-take-all games. I asked her tonight, how do you feel? She wasn't happy with Game 4. She said, I got sped up. I am only focusing on defense and rebounding, doing the little things my team needs to keep us connected tonight. When I said, how do you feel about tonight? She said, home. Breanna Stewart was the final person to speak to her team in the huddle. She had impassioned words for her group, and she will be the leader that leads them to a championship. New York City will be hers if she does what she's been doing historically.
All right, Ollie, thank you very much. Let's take a look at the starting lineups, beginning with the visiting Minnesota Lynx. Take a look at Game 5 experience. Courtney Williams playing in her fourth. Remember, Minnesota playing in its second in these playoffs, beating Connecticut in the semifinals in a Game 5. Meanwhile, for New York, much less experience in these Game 5s. Breanna Stewart playing her second. The other, that epic Game 5 in the 2018 semis when she was with Seattle against Phoenix. Jonquel Jones playing in her third, including her second in the finals. New York seeking a first title. Minnesota trying to become the first franchise to win 5. This series has delivered in every way imaginable. This year has delivered in every way imaginable. And here we go, Game 5 in Brooklyn at Barclays Center. And I think they want us to savor it a little more, Rebecca, because there's a wet spot that's being wiped out right now on the floor. All right, now we're ready to go. Winner take all Game 5. Here we go in Brooklyn. Each team has already won one game on the road in this best-of-5 series. McBride giving it up. Shot clock down to 7. Jones on the switch with Williams. Bounce inside, and Collier gets free for the leg.
Outstanding job by Nafisa Collier. Once she got the switch, Laney on her back to hold that position, put her hand out for a target so Williams could deliver.
Williams has been so good distributing in these playoffs. Here's Jones, center of the lane, kicks it out. Phoenix gives it back. Ionescu sidestepping, jumper way off, and the rebound to Carlton.
But if you want to be anything on the offensive end for the New York Liberty, being overly unselfish is an okay thing. They need to share the basketball here offensively.
Sandy Brondell told us she thought in Game 4 we just did not move the ball, make the simple play. Laney Hamilton fouls Collier, and it will stay here with Minnesota.
Once you get a defender on your back, watch Nafisa Collier. She's going to duck in, and what does she do? Hold the defender, hold the defender. But it's the target, Ryan. It's that left hand, so your guard knows where to throw the ball.
Nafisa Collier leading all players in points, rebounds, steals, and blocks in these playoffs. Something no player has ever done as Williams turns it over. And it's Liberty basketball.
One of the things Cheryl Reed emphasized to her team in shoot around, we have to rebound, we have to take care of the basketball.
Said if you want to win a championship, you don't turn it over and you rebound. Cheryl Reed has won 4. Teamish stuck, looking for help, finds Stewart, her jumper way short.
There's some nerves here early, Ryan Rucco.
We saw that from Stewart in a struggle in Game 4. Where she said she got sped up, and her coach did as well. Sandy Brondello telling us she felt like her team was much calmer today than they were on the morning of Game 4. You could sense their anxiousness then. Again, Collier gets free.
2 outstanding bounce passes. The first one was Courtney Williams. That one was Kayla McBride finding their MVP.
And now Stewart coughs it up. A tough start for the 2-time MVP Stewart. Wide open in the corner, Williams off on a 3. New York dodges a bullet there. They need someone to just get them a bucket. Laney Hamilton blows the layup.
sometimes it takes a little bit to settle in, calm down. New York, the one thing they didn't want to do was sped up. They look sped up a little bit, Ryan.
Here's Smith banging into Ionescu. Smith can't lay it in. Collier comes over the top for the rebound. Nafisa Collier stops on a dime. Air balls it. Ionescu saves it under her own hoop. Stewart comes back to grab it. Here comes New York. Ionescu a three. Short. And again, these attempts haven't even been close from the Liberty in the early going. You wonder if it is indeed them a little tight. Expected to win this championship. As Ionescu comes up with a steal. Ionescu picked up the dribble, dumps it down. Stewart, short again.
I think both of these teams are going to be happy when the first timeout comes because this has been so frenzied. They just need a chance to exhale a little bit.
Williams put shot rolls off. Smith working on Ionescu. Nobody came back to help for New York. And it's 6-0 in Minnesota in the early going. Here's Ionescu. Stewart. Backing it away. Jones. New York likes this switch on the Collier for Jones. Jones lays it in as Collier tried to pull the chair.
And I love the decision to go into John Paul Jones. You're frenzied, you're sped up. What do? Give the ball to your most deliberate player. Let her settle in.
Collier, the ball fake, the attack, and lays it in. Nafisa Collier. Here to play in Game 5. And a foul called on Bridget Carlson.
Nafisa Collier at times has just wreaked havoc on both ends of the floor. Great pump fake. When you know you have a shot blocker defending you, you gotta get them off their feet, off their balance, and she was able to do that.
No player has ever done what that graphic says. Lead the playoffs in all those categories. Divic inside, lays it in.
And that could be a mismatch for the New York Liberty because of the size of Naomi Divic can get touches in the paint.
Oh. Smith to Shea Jones and lays it in. Minnesota has gotten a lot of high percentage looks early on in this first. Here's Divic sides. Epic three. No. Collier the rebound.
That shot probably a little bit too quick.
Williams working behind the screen. In her mid-range, gets blocked by Jones. Ionescu the fling ahead. Too much on it.
It has been a frenzied, frantic pace. Players trying
In the paint to begin the this game. Gives it up. Collier's jumper. Stewart to Phoebus. Right back to Stewart. Working Smith. Draws. Two. Jones.
When Brandon Stewart caught the basketball and she was waiting to see if they were going to send two to her.
Here, Williams has the switch on Jones. Drags her out. Scoop will fire. Missed it badly for Sabrina Ionescu. It's the Lynx by 4 in the first.
You earn, we match.
Debbie.
Unlimited cashback match.
We know free birthday parties on Saturday, and Sunday, that's my me time.
How's that look?
Works for me.
Deciding which game to watch has always been tough.
To the people chasing the sunrise to see what's possible and pushing limits. To the people seeing your high potential and making sure to connect.
I'm a leader by pushing my teammates to be the best that they can.
I am a leader. I stand up for myself and others. I'm confident. I'm caring.
Whip and embrace their leadership superpowers. This is what leadership looks like.
Deciding which games multi-view on YouTube TV, you can decide which games.
Well, this series has just been second time it has happened in finals history. Nafisa
Collier has been an absolute Iron Woman in this series. She's just the 5th player in history to play consecutive games without sitting to get in better shape. She has given birth to a child almost 2 years ago, so she enlisted the athlete blueprints. Borchard, who has worked with Stu, that I have never felt better. We're seeing that with her play on the court. She's not tired.
Scored 6 points in this opening quarters early on here.
Oh, without question. Differences for the Minnesota Lynx limiter, which is what New York's trying to do, but it is easy to block shots with nerves.
Still Gordon for New York, and Sobley got away with a foul.
A little bit here in Game 5.
Sidestepping jumper is good. Kayla McBride. Jonquil Jones getting an early breather for New York, along with Manai. Thornton turns and finishes the lay.
As the Minnesota Lynx, and they had a lot of success in game one getting to
into Sabali. Sabali sheds her defenders down in a heap. She has dealt with both ankle and back issues.
time she has come in these WNBA finals, even if it's limited.
Second year. Collier thought about. Here comes Stevish. Looking to drive it. Ionescu into the paint. Wrap start this game. Stewart 0 for 3. Can't finish the layup. New York, this jumper rims off. Stewart, her third rebound. Stewart still looks a little. Spin up on the offensive end as it's stripped out of bounds, loses it to Minnesota.
The things that Minnesota has done really well here is not let New York play. Best teams defensively all season in the WNBA.
Natisha Heidemann needs to be spelled. She will actually ask for a sub at time. Because Minnesota with 5 straight points, up by 7 in this jumper, and again, probably not. The shot New York wants.
Now, New York wants.
Collier lays. It's a 9-point Minnesota lead.
Minnesota assists per game, move without the ball. Oh, 9-point lead.
Just one name you need to remember.
I'm Damon.
Well, technically, Damon Wayans and Damon Wayans Jr.
Double D's, double Damon power.
Mondays.
Mouse!
run. Second quarter action.
3 strikes of doubt. Sunshine. You. You'll never know, dear.
Gatorade. The world's most superior sport. It fuels the best.
What does a robot know? About love. Etsy. Voice to be heard. It's something that you can't. And take for granted, something that you have to exercise. And it's important you take advantage of it. Every vote matters, every vote more than you would know. Make your voice heard.
Hours ago, you used Lumi to stop odor-causing bacteria reactions. Go to
Commercial. Find out if you're overpaying for car insurance. Finance Buzz codes and Ladies and Lab codes to see who. Gives you the best price. Go to.
By YouTube TV, start of the second quarter in Game 5. Show in that first. What you like most about your team's defense?
I thought we were solid. I liked it a lot better than last game.
All right, thanks a lot, Chip. Minnesota would be the first franchise. With trying to capture its first championship tonight. But give her space, she'll make you pay.
4 times on the hose. New York Liberty played with nice pace so far, Ryan.
McBride has been complete. And does that unlock the two-time Finals MVP?
They're doing now, slowing down Minnesota on the offensive end.
Caleb Heidemann bounces to the corner. Still time off. Rebound Stewart. Anderson wanted to get it into Jones. Collier denied.
They're not only good at keeping their player in front of them, but they have
Wnba Stewart told us today their focus was solely defense. Offense was fine.
attacking. The New York Liberty, the last 3 possessions, Ryan, have been attacking.
In playoff history.
Correct.
Nearly lost the dribble. Shot is straight to narrow. New York luminary he is, though. Stewart's jumper.
Off. The physicality, her footwork, her fade, her finish. And this is her shot, their shot.
New York with its starting 5 back in this matchup against Minnesota. Although the Lynx got off, he cuts it home. Ionescu back in, tried to force it to Laney Hamilton.
Breaks in her bag, and here is one of them. She just swindled assignment. The Sabrina Ionescu on this end.
Here's Steve is getting fouled.
McBride is exhausted. I think she's asking for a sub right now. We've seen eating this sub in stretches.
First free throw of the game. Leonie Feebish at a rookie record for plus minus. You know. Postseason. Phoenix, for more on these games, please go to WNBA.com or visit the WNBA app. Feebish. To 7. 8-point Minnesota lead on the road here in a winner take. He won't. He can't get to it. Yeah.
That's a phenomenal box out on that shot.
Here's Ionescu. Ionescu, look at
It's on their dribble penetration.
Xander.
standing in front of it. It's to my right. I don't know if that's south or north or whatever. But it's right by a big old door, window door.
The main reason that I ask is if we're looking at the southern end of the home would be like going towards Laurel Springs Way, that kind of Laurel Springs Way southeast, or down towards the east-west connector as listed on my map. The main reason I ask is the tower that your service is connecting to, more than 50% of the time between the southern end of the house. So if it's not on the south side, we can get into it. The southern end of the house would be best for where your tower is into your home. Okay? That's just something that if you get the opportunity to try it like in a couple of different spots, it's the point, because it is showing that the quality of the signal that's being received by your devices is not low, but it's running about kind of midline. It is staying connected to the 5G service, but the signal quality could be significant. That could be if it's running through a wall, a brick wall, or say for example, you've got it in one room and between the device that you're connecting and the gateway device itself, like microwave air conditioning, things like that can cause some interference. So just speed-wise, we're showing really good speeds, but apparently, like on your end of things, not really reflecting that for you, which is not what we want to see when you're getting, because like right now, running a speed test, we're getting over 285 megabits per second speed. Streaming usually only requires anywhere between 7 and 25. So we're seeing good speeds, but it doesn't seem like that's being reflected on your end, Latoya. In the time frame that you've been calling in about this,
Carl Manning, Collier, Lynx!
Okay, sorry about that. So yeah, it's still doing it. It came back up, but it's still beeping, pausing out, doing what it's doing. That refresh.
It's the...
Nafisa.
possibly. I'm not sure right now. That's what sorry, I was asking a moment ago. Sorry, it looks like they have.
Collier leads all pause, off balance, finish. And then sometimes
It's and I switch them out often because I'm like, okay, well let me try this one, and then I work for a little bit, then let me try that one, and it's just what I'm trying to do.
CM Candace Parker, Kelsey Plum, Skylar Diggins-Smith, Dejanay Carrington, Cameron. When you're on the court, nothing else matters. Me on the court is everybody is wearing skims.
I do not see that they have done it in the time frame that they have swapped out your device. Okay, it does not look like they have swapped out the SIM card that's in the gateway.
Yeah, so what I had to do was just switch the SIM card from one gateway to the next.
When you're a sports fan, no. Beats being American Express.
Our ancestors believed there is an ink will break the curse and reconnect all of our people than anything we faced before. If you try to reconnect the people,
Want it too. Wait, PJ. Only views November.
Another group project. It's due tomorrow. Truth is, I can't do this on my own.
Respect every student, change every few.
Stage is set. Time is it? This time.
For the second straight. Game, the Minnesota Lynx.
They've just done such a good job of making both of these players be on the course of the season in the playoffs. This New York Liberty team lost in the last 367 days, and that. That's how many it's been, and it's by possession.
And it's interesting because Sandy Rondell told us she thought her team very anxious. New York yet to hit it. Jones looking to take it to Smith. Jones can't finish, but gets it to
every time.
Jones. Yeah.
Every time. Get it into John Cole. Jones again, not in which she plays here. She just bangs in, takes her time around. You must defend Stewie and Sab at all costs. That's what they have done.
Save lives for generations to come. To learn more.
Correct.
Or scan the QR code or visit Voiters. It's now 28 straight makes of the line. Thornton in, and that's going to be a foul on Thornton. As she didn't get in game 3 or 4. That was. A breather.
Use it in addition to the TV timeout.
When New York wants to play in transition. That'll be the first on the piece of Collier. Label on the back of the device is not going to affect much. It only takes a couple minutes to do. If you are using a customized password, we would go in and walk through the setup so you can set your password back. And he's on Minnesota.
And after this pass comes in, John Cole Jones sets this up.
Nope. Stewart the rebound. Stewart put back. What? Try to reset it to factory settings. It takes a couple minutes, and then we can go in through the app and set it back up, set your password back up, and see if it is over the limit. And Brianna Stewart will go to the line.
Because sometimes Brianna Stewart looks possessed.
And do you think that'll do anything?
And on that last piece
for Stewart, who is 1 of 6 from the floor. Remember, this is the free throw. Remember, she missed one at the end of regulation and game made free throws for the Liberty in these finals.
Don't even bother with it. Understood. Hold on for a second.
They were led by as many as 12 here in the first half of game 5. Carlton trying to get it to Collier. Turns the corner and lays it in.
Okay.
Yeah, it's spinning right now. Yeah. Come on, and then it spins again. Yeah.
Okay. I'm on the phone with T-Mobile fussing their ass out.
Okay, yeah, good. But I think it might be the first.
And she screwed it. Stewart keeps it alive.
Yeah.
Stewart has it banged. We're going to go in Collier. Keeping it up.
Yes, hard again.
Yep.
It'll play for 2 seconds and then hang, and then play, and then 2, and then hang for 5.
spectacular. Their activity, they're in passing lanes, their active hands.
Bit for Minnesota, and New York is now a
Liberty team that averages 85 points.
Yes, ma'am. I do apologize for not being able to keep it make it run for you. But yeah, they will get you squared away. So as our recap, we have those notes already saved for you. And you know, nothing to do with us in any way right now. If you see your discount, just as
Game line has been held to 23.
here on Thornton. First in the final 2 minutes on New York. Complained about the officiating publicly. Minnesota yet to shoot a free throw.
But you're fine with this tiny car when you could just sell it to CarMax?
You're right. It's not fun.
Can't feel my legs.
Never settle on the lot or on the court. CarMax.
Let's go 2 for 1, 2 for 1. 2 Monday Night Football games, 1 night. Time to go full Harbaugh. First, we have John bringing Lamar and King Henry to battle Baker and the Bucks. Then, little brother Jim leads the Chargers into the desert for a duel with the Cardinals.
Touchdown, Arizona!
In the first Monday Night Football game, exclusively streaming on ESPN+. Who's got it better than me? Nobody!
kids try Once Upon a Farm, they won't stop talking about all the goodness we put inside.
With Lumi Whole Body Deodorant, you can dare to do the things Beal never let you. Like a little weeknight spontaneity with no pre-shower. Because up to 72 hours ago, you used Lumi to stop odor-causing bacteria reactions. Go to LumiDeo.com and get your first starter pack for 30% off.
Welcome to WNBA Halftime, presented by State Farm.
Hello, welcome into our WNBA Countdown set. It is halftime with China Robinson joined alongside our phenomenal basketball analyst today, Andrea Carter, our newly minted Stanford Hall of Famer today, Wnba, and our women's basketball Hall of Famer, Carolyn Pack. Guys, listen, this crowd is great, but Minnesota is unfazed. They've had as much as a 12-point lead in the first half. What are you seeing today?
Look, no matter how this game ends, Nafisa Collier will likely be the first WNBA player ever to lead the postseason in points, rebounds, steals, and blocks. There's no way that New York can get her loose, can lose her on offense. What she's been able to do, 14 points, 5 rebounds. They have to find her and they have to slow her down. Well, Minnesota has been very composed and they've been very patient offensively. They have 11 assists on 16 field goals. You haven't seen them take rush shots. They have made New York have to guard their second and third option, and that has been what's made their offense so efficient.
You know, as much as I want to talk about how bad New York has been, Minnesota has been amazing. They have checked every single box. Execution and intangible-wise, they won that first half.
Yeah, they've been phenomenal. And again, they are not fazed by this environment. And they look like the team that just played in the finals last year. All right, we'll be back with more conversation after the break, but I can't get enough of Nafisa Collier. Fearless in the first half of this game. She's been fantastic. We'll be back.
This halftime is presented by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Used car shopping?
2 rows, 2 dogs. I'm sold.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's pause for the facts. Like nearly half of all used cars, this puppy has been in an accident. But Carfax.com shows how an accident impacts price, so you don't have to overpay.
Huh?
Unpause. Whoa,
Wow, this is cool. Yeah, sorry they fall.
whoa. Shop with the facts at the all-new Carfax.com.
There's more to any business than the game it's in. Want to meet customers where they are.
Digital experience scan.
Make buying friction-free.
E-commerce strategy game.
Build competitive advantage.
Rewrite the playbook game.
That's where Deloitte comes in. We can help businesses of every kind advance and connect all that it takes to perform.
Whatever game you're in.
Deloitte, proud sponsor of progress.
Gatorade, the world's most superior sports drink. Designed to rehydrate, replenish, and refuel. It fuels the best, because it is the best. Gatorade, is it in you?
Since the dawn of fan, watching live sports has always had its challenges. But with YouTube TV, you can watch up to 4 live games at once. So missing a play is a thing of the past. How's that for progress?
You did it. You took an idea on a napkin, built a successful business, and made it look easy. But at US Bank, we remember what went into getting here. The hard work, self-doubt, tough decisions. From all those extra hours to finally enjoying the rewards. Our wealth management team is always here to work with you and every generation to come. Because there's nothing as powerful as the power of us.
Traditions aren't just a part of life. They are
There won't be 2 teams playing on the same night.
Hats and rats on ice. Sea like storm surge and pom-poms.
Stuff that dreams are made of.
Fire up those foghorns and the cannons. All 32 teams got a tradition.
And one night a year, you can catch them all.
The NHL Frozen Frenzy on ESPN and Whip Around coverage on ESPN Plus and ESPN2.
You're watching WNBA Halftime, presented by State Farm.
Welcome back. We appreciate all of our tweets all season long. Hashtag WNBA Countdown. Hey, ladies, love listening to y'all talk hoops. So Minnesota is leading, but the momentum is starting to swing in New York. What or who will be the difference maker in the second half?
I'm going to go with what, and it's Minnesota's defense. Now, if you're the New York Liberty, at this point, you just have to hope Minnesota is going to get tired, because the way Minnesota has been defending has been brilliant. This is how Minnesota started the game. This was the very first possession of the game. They rotated, they found each other. Look at the rotation by Courtney Williams. Now you're in a scramble. Bridget Carlton just guarded two people. Courtney Williams still gets out on the backside to recover. That was the first possession, but they maintained that the entire first half. If Minnesota can keep that defense up, they can win a title.
I'm going to go with who, and it's going to be Jonquil Jones, because Minnesota, they've done a great job defending everyone except her. She has 10 points, 3 of 5 from the field. She has been the most consistent member of the New York Liberty. Your center is shooting 50, 40, 90. They have to slow her down.
But for New York to get back in this ball game, it's going to be Sabrina Ionescu and Brianna Stewart that have got to step up. When you look at, let's look at the graphic of those two and what they did in the first half or what they didn't do. You've got to look at the difference.
Oh, what they didn't do.
What
yes,
they didn't do.
accurate.
Over 5 points. Now, here's the adjustment. Sandy Brandello needs to, when you're going against a great defensive team, it's not the first action. It's not the second action. You have to make Minnesota defend the third and fourth action. Right now, I think that Sabrina is playing in pressure mode. She's trying to make it happen. If she lets the ball move, the ball will find her, and then she will get those open opportunities. I agree with you, Chene, to play through JJ, make the double team happen, then make this next pass or the third pass, because that's going to allow Stewie or Sabrina to be open.
Yeah, that's the gift and also the curse of it being a team that is known for their talent. Because when you rely on talent, you tend to play isolation ball. On the other side, the Minnesota Lynx, they're known for their togetherness, and that's why they're poised.
And the one thing going back to Sabrina, I know she's forcing action as well, but even on her drives, she's looking to get fouled. She's going in, she's slowing down, almost trying to create the contact, and after multiple shots, she's looking straight to the ref. So you can tell she's anticipating that contact instead of just moving the ball, letting it pop, playing off the catch, not off the bounce.
But I liked one thing. It was Stewie towards the end.
Yeah.
When things were failing in this series earlier, game 1, 2, 3, 4, what did she do? She went and was a beast on the boards. Do you guys feel the energy when she went after that? She didn't even finish the shot. The people were out of their seats. That's what energizes her, and that energy is also contagious to the rest of her squad.
Here's got to be the concern for Minnesota, because New York won that second quarter. Minnesota fatigue set in a little bit, and Cheryl Reeve had to go to her bench, and Alana Smith went to the bench.
That's huge.
And she looked like she was in some pain. That makes a big difference, because remember, game 4, Hines Allen did not play a second. She may be called upon to play in this second half.
The one thing I will say is that Cheryl Reeve was able to rest Courtney Williams because Natisha Heidemann came in and played big minutes in that first half. So that hopefully will pay off in the favor. All right, going to Twitter. We got one more tweet. Let's see what it is.
One more.
Last Demetrius, last one. All right. Kate Jones, Minnesota looking unfazed to me.
Is that supposed to be unfazed?
Man, I mean, for her first finals, I would say that Minnesota's looking unfazed as well. Lisa Collier has been sensational. But will Brianna Stewart and company have an answer? When New York trying to win their first championship, we have one more half to go to find out. Enjoy.
New Downy Comfy Cozy combines softness and scent to unlock an elevated cozy we call Cozy. A higher state of comfort, unlocked by blending comfy softness and cozy scent. Transform your everyday to Cozy. New Downy Comfy Cozy not only combines softness and scent, it breathes life into your laundry.
On November 15th, Santa Claus has been kidnapped.
You're gonna help us find him.
You can't trust this guy. He's on the list. He's a naughty lister. Naughty lister? Get ready. Grab a car. Honey, I adjusted it to reality. No, you can't drive. Now get in. For the mission to save Christmas. We got snowmen!
That was so disturbing.
Red 1, rated PG-13, only in theaters November 15th.
And this is...
This? Oh, you mean this? This is how I watch the Bucks, Thunder, the Wolves, not missing a thing.
We just got NBA League Pass. You can pick from so many live games, watch up to 4 at the same time, and get home and away streams with your favorite announcers. Not missing a thing.
But can it do this?
Nope.
Did you know that there's a company out there that will pay you to lose weight?
Healthy wage.
Get paid to lose weight, just like Jamaica, Jack, and Jessica.
I got my check. I spent my check. It's for real.
HealthyWager.com.
Honey, you were so right. I listed this in less than a minute.
I told you listing on Poshmark was quick and easy.
Oh, I sold my black tote and my slip dress. Let's go get mani-pedis.
Ooh, thanks, Mom.
Thanks, Poshmark.
Every new listing by November 3rd is a weekly chance to win luxury goods. Terms apply.
Did you know once upon a time, refrigerator pouches are farm fed and packed with nutrients?
I did. Once kids try Once Upon a Farm, they won't stop talking about all the goodness we put inside.
Just be us. Let's go.
I'm behind you, Mac. I'm behind you. Woo! Woo! That's nice. That's nice, dude. Good pass, girl. That's nice.
Hey, everybody get your head on the rim. All these shots are good. They're not falling, but they will.
We welcome you back to the WNBA Finals presented by YouTube TV. Getting ready to start the second half of a winner-take-all Game 5. The Minnesota Lynx a 34-27 lead on the road against the New York Liberty. In that first half, Nafisa Collier, Caleb McBride, terrific. Brianna Stewart, Sabrina Ionescu, both struggled as we welcome you courtside. Once again, Ryan Rucco alongside the Hall of Famer Rebecca Lobo. How about the defense from Minnesota on the road here in Game 5?
It's been spectacular, and they've been a great team defense all season long, and they've really stepped it up here in Game 5. And their focus is on limiting Brianna Stewart and Sabrina Ionescu. They meet Stewart early in transition. Then they bring multiple defenders to her, cause the turnover. They've done that throughout the game. Nafisa Collier, again, when it's one-on-one, one of the best defenders in the WNBA. Same thing with Sabrina. She gets 5. Courtney Williams, what happens? There's an extra hand there. Nafisa Collier able to come in and help. It's just been great team defense all around.
This crowd has been begging for something to cheer about, hoping they get it here at the start of the third. Liberty did end the second on a little 7-2 push. Here's Ionescu. We chat with Sandy Brondello right now as Stewart gets it in the post. Stewart, tough ball away, in is good. Big bucket from Brianna Stewart. Coach, what was the message to your team to begin the second half?
We had such urgency and defense too easy. They were just, their defense is tough here, but we didn't make it harder for them with our ball movement and taking our defense position.
What did you think of your team's patience and pace offensively?
No, we're happy with that either. We talked about pace this whole series, and then movement. We got to make quick decisions, and that's how we're going to get open.
All right, thanks a lot, Coach. Here's Ionescu. Stewart, a three. Short. Would have been big. Could have cut it to a single possession. New York now 0 for 10 from deep. Collier, that's an offensive foul. Sabrina Ionescu took a shot from Nafisa Collier. Her second personal.
Nafisa Collier is saying she didn't move. She's still leaning on it?
Maybe a little bit of a lean with the arms up into Ionescu. Maybe a little push with those arms. And New York take advantage. Phoebish. The handoff. Laney Hamilton. Step back. 2 is good.
joy, 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 joy down in my heart. Deep down in my heart, it's down in my heart. I've got a joy, 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 joy down in my heart today. I've got the grandest, greatest feeling. This feeling's really here to stay. And it's a joy that needs revealing. So I just want to say,
I'm over it. I'm over needing a prescription to get birth control.
Introducing Opill, the first FDA-approved daily birth control pill that's over the counter.
Because we're over the hassle.
No prescription, no appointment, no hassle. Opill, birth control in your control.
I have a surprise for you.
Oh, yes, please.
Feast your eyes on this.
That's sexy. Feels so new.
I want to feel this feeling again and again.
Can I hold it?
How bad do you want to hold it?
I'm not gonna beg. Pretty please.
Deep don't. Go ahead, press a button.
Oh, it's glowing.
We should do this more often.
Agreed.
We kindle the feeling of love with the new iPhone 16 Pro on us, and feel it again and again with the latest iPhone every year with AT&T Next Up Anytime.
It's only a shot. Just throw it away.
While you were away, there were some developments. Fortunately, DoorDash can quickly come to your rescue. Your door to more. DoorDash.
Who went first last time?
We're not here to win a championship. We're here to have fun.
This year's Player of the Year, everyone.
Here we go again. Both teams running up the clock to secure the tie. Now this is basketball. Rated E for everyone.
Well, the New York Liberty, the only remaining original franchise without a championship. They flirted with one early in their existence, going to the finals in 3 of the first 4 seasons of this league. Then again in 2002, but lost it all to the Comets of the Sparks. Took 21 years to get back, and they fell to Vegas in Game 4 on their home floor a year ago. That taxi pulls up to Barclays Center tonight for this winner-take-all Game 5. The alumni are in the building. Swin Cash. T. Spoon is here, rocking her Liberty jersey. Sue Wicks, a staple. That Barclays Center Liberty legend is here as well. And New York has started the third with much more gusto than we saw at the beginning of this game. What was a 12-point deficit has been shaved down to 3.
Certainly look energized and a little bit more patient on the offensive end of the floor.
New York seeking its first title, Minnesota a record 5th. Here's McBride. McBride bodies in and tosses away. Lonnie Hamilton in transition. New York has not hit a 3 yet in this game. Ionescu turns the corner. Phoebus. Things getting stagnant for New York. Stewart on Carlton, step back short. Rebound, Smith.
Even if it gets stagnant, it's better than frenzy.
Because they did look so frenzied in that first half. There's McBride, bouncing. Williams, driving, can't finish. Stewart with her 11th rebound. Stewart. Laney Hamilton. Through traffic, stops, nuzzles, and it's taken away by Williams. Good stand there by Carlton Williams from Minnesota. Collier dumps it down. Smith can't pop it in, but a foul on Phoebus. And Alana Smith, who had looked like she tweaked her back at the end of the first half, in there at the start of this third, and will go to the line to shoot 2. misses the first. It's time for Try It free throws brought to you by YouTube TV. Scan the QR code to unlock your 10-day free trial YouTube TV. Try it free today. Smith hits the second. Those are the first free throw attempts of the game for Minnesota. New York has been called for 4 personal fouls. Minnesota 8. Here's Ionescu. Jones, twisting, off to Stewart, back to Jones, step back 3, off the mark, McBride the rebound. And New York crashed the glass, they got to get back as Minnesota pushes. Collier on the block. Collier over that right shoulder, doesn't get the roll this time. As Stewart comes up with a 12th rebound. New York now 0 for 11 from 3. I think it's safe to say, Rebecca, if New York's going to win, that number's going to change. As a foul's called on McBride, and that will be her first.
Minnesota's just putting on a clinic defensively against this Liberty team. Just working so hard. Even there, McBride trying to fight over the screen, gets called for the foul. Have to applaud the effort. Nothing's been easy. Nothing has been easy for the New York Liberty because of Minnesota's defense.
Here's Jones. Jones needing some help now. Finds Ionescu back door. Ionescu can't finish. Looks like she got clobbered by Carlton. No call. Minnesota with numbers. In the corner, Smith gives it up. Here's Collier darting into the play. Collier can't reverse it in. Collier after it, Phoenix has it for New York. New York with numbers now. Jones to the corner, Jones will drive it. Jones had it knocked away, and it's out of bounds off Jonquel Jones. Incredible recovery defensively there from Minnesota.
Once again, Minnesota just with their activity and the effort. That was Collier just reaching in, getting that steal, disrupting the play.
Collier, the first player in playoff history with at least 20 steals and 20 blocks. Smith left alone and hit the 3. Stewart guides the rebound over. Minnesota has now missed 7 straight threes. They are 2 for 11. New York is 0 for 11. Stewart out to Ionescu. Didn't take, had some space, instead forces it up and gets the whistle on McBride. Kayla McBride picks up her second, and Ionescu will try and put in her first points of the night.
And this is huge. When a shooter who has been struggling to see the ball go through the basket and to the free throw line, it can just do something to you. You see that ball finally go through the net.
21 for 23 from the line. In these playoffs is Ionescu. He frames the her first point of Game 5. Ionescu talked to us after the game winner in Game 3, and she said, I've turned the page. I want to make sure that shot is worth something, and if we don't win the championship, it's not. Ionescu hits a bounce. Heidemann checks in for Williams. Juhan's in for Smith. Along with Collier, Carlton, and McBride, the starters for Minnesota. New York yet to sub in the corner. Carlton connects! Canadian Carlton with a massive 3.
Defense just barely gets stuck on the screen. Carlton steps behind and drains it.
Here's Phoenix. Phoenix looking to drive it. Stewart. Line attack, Juhan's. Not much doing. 5 to shoot for New York. Collier all over Phoenix. Looking to beat Collier. That's why she's the defensive player of the year.
There's nowhere to go when New York Liberty are trying to drive.
Collier inside gets down by Stewart. And New York may want to take a look at whether or not this last hit defeats Collier.
Fisa Collier defensively, moving her feet, just tying up Phoenix, blocking the shot, and then the other way, Breanna Stewart, 7'1" wingspan.
I think that last hit Collier, New York does not challenge. The uses of challenges have been questionable at times in these finals. McBride, step back, gets blocked, knocked away. Jones has it for New York. Stewart again. Minnesota's defense is just remarkable. Stewart dumps it down. Jones finds the shoot. Jones puts it down, gets it back, and finishes. Puts the foul. A little chicken salad.
Jonquil Jones, the Bahamian beast, and on this possession, she's beasting. Just using her strength, goes up while she gets the contact. She has been a nice, steady presence offensively for New York in this game.
It's also the third foul on Carlton. Holly?
I was able to meet a journalist that's here from the Bahamas. She told me if Georgia was able to win a championship, it would be huge for the country. The island is so proud of her. She goes home, she's a huge celebrity, but no one has won a championship at this level. They are all rooting for her from the small island of Bahamas.
And she just made it a 2-point game, Hal. Here's McBride, knocked away by Sabri, and a whistle is going to go against New York.
McBride's frustrated. That's Niara Sabri. And those are the fouls that you will live with if you're the New York Liberty, because it's being aggressive on the defensive end. The physicality has been ramped up a little bit here in the third quarter.
By the way, Josh Chisholm, also Bahamian in the World Series for the Yankees now. Just to tie a bow on that. Meanwhile, the intensity in this arena, remarkable here in Game 5. As Venus comes up with a steal. Ionescu lobs it in. Sabri waits. Tie game! McBride a three. No! Ionescu the dish, the lane is gone!
From my lips, Maya, to my ears, real ones know that finding the right products can be a major struggle. But Maya, fire.
Edges late.
Curls, poppin'.
Frizz? I don't know her.
For wash day, for every day. And don't even get me started on the smell. Created by me for all of you.
You know what time it is.
I am so fired up for this fight. This building has been a difference maker over the last few seasons for the New York Liberty, and it has come alive as the Liberty take their first lead of the game with 3:07 to go in the third quarter of Game 5.
Ryan, the last two possessions offensively for the New York Liberty. Sabrina Ionescu assists to her college teammate, Niara Sabri.
Sabrina told us earlier in this series it will always stay with her that she did not get to play for a championship at Oregon her senior year. The Final Four, the NCAA tournament was canceled. They felt like they had the best team in the nation that year. She said, I've always felt like it's part of my story to finally get the chance to play for a championship and win it. A 20-6 extended run that Williams will end there, serving it in to tie it at 40.
Wow, that looked like game 4. Courtney Williams using multiple ball handling moves to get past the defender to the cup.
First field goal for Williams, who had been 0 for 6. Here's Jones, deep catch, draws 2, throws it behind Sabri, and out of bounds as New York turns it over for a 7th time.
No one gets the crowd at Barclays Center going quite like Sabrina Ionescu. Look at the pass, threading the needle. Solidly finished. Beautiful basketball.
Minnesota has shown poise all postseason. They can handle environments like this. Here's Williams. Williams, pull in and out. Jones the rebound. New York still without a 3 in this game. Tied at 40. Stewart has McBride on the interior. Sabally drives it. Sabally twisting, gets the whistle. Diarra Sabally just making things happen in these finals for New York.
She told us before Game 4 she's an energy player and she wants to come in, knows her job off the bench is to bring that energy in spurts. How good has she been here in this last stretch?
Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Well, Diarra, of course, is from Germany. Her sister Satu also plays in the WNBA. But she has battled injuries much of her career, sat out long stretches while she was at Oregon. Even this year, a back injury kept her out for the first half of the season, but she has stayed true. She stayed on the Versa climber, kept her conditioning up, and she said, I am ready to contribute. My energy changes our team when I come in short spurts, and she's showing that today.
The 6 minutes, she's a Liberty's second leading scorer today.
That's 8 points. She certainly has been ready for this moment. 2-point New York lead. The winner take all game 5 of these epic finals. Smith looking in, 6 to shoot. Williams dumps it. Collier finishes. Got just a step and lays it in. First points of the second half for Nafisa Collier.
Great patience in the pick and roll by Courtney Williams, keeping her dribble alive.
The foul here is going to go against McBride. Minnesota over the limit. So free throws for New York.
Courtney Williams told us keeping her dribble alive was a huge key for her when she became the point guard. And here just delivers the dime on the money to Nafisa Collier.
Rebecca, this isn't exactly an offensive explosion from New York in the third. But what have you seen that they've done better here after being totally suffocated in that first half?
I thought they've had better energy on the defensive end of the floor, and the outside has certainly made a difference just by her moving and cutting. And they're shooting the ball better. Even when their possessions in this stagnant, they haven't been frenzied, and they were very frenzied in the first 20 minutes.
Sabally goes 1 for 2, now 9 points. 43-42, New York leads game 5 over Minnesota, 1:20 to go in the third. Minnesota seeking a record 5th title. New York is first as Thornton knocks it away, dives after it, and it's out of bounds off of New York as Collier took a spill with Thornton.
The crowd's been looking for anything to cheer about in this game, and Thornton's energy there gets half the fans out of their seats. Just game 5 basketball.
Williams has the switch on Jones. Williams dances, can't lay. Sabally the rebound. Here comes Ionescu with some pace. Gets the switch. Ionescu. Thornton dumps it down. Jones gets fouled. And Jonquel Jones will shoot 2 as Collier picks up her third.
New York, too, looks like they're just moving with so much better purpose. Their pace is better, but it's with purpose.
Jones, 13 points, 5 rebounds. Has been excellent in this series. Has been incredibly efficient as well. It's the first. Taking a look at the Kia NBA Tip-Off 2024 schedule. Tuesday on TNT, Knicks Celtics. Lakers, Minnesota. Wednesday on ESPN, it's Milwaukee at Philly. Clippers host Phoenix. For more on these games, please go to WNBA.com or visit the WNBA app. Is the league sure they don't want to just go to 7 this year?
Take it.
Finals will be a 7-game series in 2025 for the WNBA. Thornton harassing Smith, and a tie-up.
The bench for the New York Liberty here in this third quarter. Diarra Sabally everywhere. Thornton here with more energy. Causing the tie-up. Just helps change the feel and momentum in this building.
And what did Sandy Brondello say to us before the game? She said, I feel like we're going to need at least one to step up in a big way off the bench in Game 5. Sabally has. Thornton's contributed as well. Minnesota wins the tip. McBride gets the whistle. And Kayla McBride is going to go to the line to shoot two. Savvy play there from McBride. Almost caught the defense napping. And she will go to the line. It's interesting talking to McBride, John Quill Jones, some of the other players in this series about these crowds, about the competition, this season of women's basketball. So many of these players, including Kayla, told us they've taken a moment at the start of these games just to look up, soak it all in, and appreciate how far this game and this sport has come.
John Jones said before Game 2, I just looked in the rafters and wanted to appreciate all of this.
2-for-1 opportunity for New York. Sabally on the roll. Sabally gets the roll. Points for Niara Sabally. 4-second difference game in shot clock. Collier stops, takes, can't hit. Rebound Stewart. Stewart being ridden by Collier. 4 seconds left in the quarter. Stewart falls. Ionescu! No. And that'll do it for the third. Fourth quarter. Coming up next. New York a +10 in that third. They lead by 3. 1 quarter away from their first championship. And Holly is with Niara Sabally.
She's never done this before. We're excited. This start to this game was a little frantic. Not great for your team. What happened in the locker room at halftime for you to regroup and come out as a unit in the third quarter?
I feel like we just have to settle in, honestly. We didn't get what we wanted on offense. Our defense was a little too lackadaisical, and they were able to get what they want. Downhill drives. They had too many easy baskets.
This is one of the biggest games of your life, Niara. You're coming in off the bench, playing some of the most crucial minutes we've seen all season. Why are you so composed and ready to contribute?
I don't know, it's fun. I'm blessed. I mean, look at this arena. Like, this is what I've been dreaming of, and I'm just ready to get this win.
Thank you. You did great.
Well, Niara Sabally, 11 points in 8 minutes off the bench. That pick and roll with Sabrina Ionescu, productive for New York in the quarter. Sabally at 9 points in the frame. Liberty by 3. Fourth quarter up next.
The 3 for Me only at Chili's is now available with the all-new Big Smasher Burger, piled up high with nearly half a pound of beef. Or you can settle for just some other burger at a drive-thru. Anyway, gonna need some room, cause the 3 for Me still fills up the table with the bottomless drink, all the famous Chili's chips and salsa you can eat, and it's still the best deal around at just $10.99. See you later, tiny drive-thru burger. This Chili's 3 for Me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
Beauty brings joy. Joy we all deserve. Because beauty is about possibilities. And only Ulta Beauty invites you to explore them all. Here, beauty is your playground, where you can find exactly what you need and discover something you never knew you needed. From splurge-worthy indulgences to your favorites that are priced to play, and everything in between. Find all the brands you can't live without and the ones you're dying to try. Beauty is for all. The joy of all things beauty, all in one place.
The ball at center court.
It's game time. Let's talk later. Step aside, Ant. Big man job.
This year, we go back to back. Go so fast, JT.
Meet me on the floor, ASAP!
Y'all mind? Let's go.
And here we go. Inside this building.
With Lumi Whole Body Deodorant, you can dare to do the things Bio never lets you. Like a little weeknight spontaneity with no pre-shower. Because up to 72 hours ago, you used Lumi to stop odor-causing bacteria reactions. Go to LumiDeo.com and get your first starter pack for 30% off.
If we weren't proud of the craftsmanship and level of detail that go into every pair of Warby Parker glasses, well, we probably wouldn't show you how they're made. including this part, which is our favorite. Wow. And this is also great. Each pair comes standard with lenses that are scratch resistant, anti-reflective, and UV protective. Try 5 pairs for free at warbyparker.com.
Welcome back to the WNBA Finals presented by YouTube TV. Fans packed into the bars in New York City and fans packed into a sold-out Barclays Center. They are raucous. 1 quarter away from this franchise's first championship. The Minnesota Lynx with other plans. It's New York by 3 as we start the 4th quarter of Game 5. And Thornton comes up with a steal. Ionescu, twists, and dishes. Ionescu still 0 for 10 from the floor. New York without 3 in this game. Ionescu leading. Can't hit. Solidly after with Collier and a jump ball.
Liana Sabri continues to fight and compete. You saw Kayla Thornton on one end, getting the deflection here. Sabri gets inside position. What a difference. What a difference maker she has been.
Sabri and Collier jumping up. And the tip goes to Minnesota. Here's McBride. 11 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and a foul here against Brianna Stewart. That'll be the first personal on Stewart. Stewart has struggled shooting the basketball tonight, 3 for 12. She does have 14 rebounds. New York a +6 in that department. Thornton again. Heskey on Williams. Here's Jones on the switch. Thornton trying to contend with Collier. Collier methodical. Wants it back. Collier finds the shoot. Wants the handle. Collier being pushed out. To the shoot. Collier can't scoop it in. But a foul on the floor against Thornton.
So much physicality. And Kayla Thornton working, moving your feet, working. Nafisa Collier second in MVP voting this year because she's a force on both ends, and Thornton is just going after her.
Williams has struggled here in Game 5, something we don't often see in the postseason from Courtney Williams. Carlton can't lay it in. This crowd electric. Jones trying to work in Smith. Jones fading, no. Rebound kept alive. Smith has it for Minnesota. McBride. We're going to shake solidly. McBride lays it in.
Second time we've seen that. The first was in the first quarter. McBride understanding she has the mismatch, going to multiple moves to get around her.
Big bucket from McBride. Solidly center of the lane. Can't finish. Gets it back. In the corner. 30. No. And New York 0 for 13 from 3 in Game 5. 1 point Liberty lead. Williams into the paint. Flips it up. Wanted a whistle. Did not get it. Liberty with a little pace. Semi-transition. Jones trying to grab it. Trapped in the corner. New York could take a timeout if they need to. Instead, Jones throws it away. Don't want to give away possessions in a game like this as Williams now steps out of bounds. And she gives one right back.
Credit Sabrina Ionescu. She got up there just in time when Courtney Williams corralled the ball. She had to think. She could hear her there. She could feel her there. And enough trying to turn the corner. Steps out of bounds.
Ionescu will check out for New York. Williams checks out for Minnesota.
You know who's not checking out for New York? Niara Sabali or Kayla Thornton.
And look at this lineup for New York. No Vandersloot, no Sabrina Ionescu. I don't know if there's been a single moment in this series we've seen that be the case with either of them on the floor.
And so they use Brianna Stewart to initiate the offense. We have seen that.
That we have seen. Stevens looking inside to Jones. Jones, we're going to call an offensive foul on Jonquel Jones as she was jockeying with Smith. Smith looks like she's in a lot of pain, has been battling back injuries, and now does New York want to challenge this? Doesn't look like they will.
Because Jonquel Jones had her right arm wrapped around Alana Smith. We saw that in the game where Smith got hurt, game 3, but they called foul on Smith.
And Smith shaking up, a key player for Minnesota. They often struggle with her off the floor. 1 point New York lead, 7:26 to go in the fourth.
Since the dawn of fan, watching live sports has always had its challenges. But with YouTube TV, you can watch up to 4 live games at once. So missing a play is a thing of the past. How's that for progress?
Welcome to this year's championship game. This is the big one.
With Amex Gold, you can enjoy over $400 back in dining value annually. So you can raise the bar on game night. That's the powerful backing of American Express.
You found the right model.
For sure.
Now, how can you be sure you're getting the right deal?
I have to talk to my bestie.
Hey, girl. This one's like your last boyfriend. It's got issues.
Well, let's ask the experts. For the right used car, just say, show me the Carfax value. You'll get the most accurate price based on the vehicle's accident history. Look for me and stop overpaying. Shop at the all-new Carfax.com.
I'm telling you, Coach Staley, I could really get used to this retirement thing.
Coach K, there's a goat here.
The story of my life.
No, Coach, there is a goat here.
What's this?
$1,000 hospital bill? But I have good health insurance.
Did you say Gap? He's talking about the expenses health insurance doesn't cover.
Well, with Aflac, you can get money to help close that gap.
Aflac, huh?
Get help with expenses health insurance doesn't cover at Aflac.com.
This copyrighted telecast of WNBA Enterprises may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise used in any form without the express written consent of WNBA Enterprises.
Game 5 of the 2024 WNBA Finals comes down to this. New York 47, Minnesota 46, 7:26 to go in the fourth, and Alana Smith looked like she re-injured her back a moment ago. Dorothy Juhas in for her.
Looks so similar to when she injured it initially in game 3. It was Jonquel Jones landing on her in a compromising position, and she is certainly in a lot of pain when she goes down.
And she has been a key figure, especially if you look at the on-off court numbers in this series.
She's a second-team all-defensive member, and she is a player who shoots 40% from 3, so you have to respect her. She helps space the floor in that regard, even if she's not getting a lot of shots.
Cheryl Reeve goes back with Dorothy Juhas, the second-year player. That was an adjustment in game 4. McBride turns the corner, can't lay it in. Jones the rebound. Stewart. It's jumbled up with Jones. Ionescu now saunters to the scorer's table. Stewart dumps it down. Jones the catch and the finish. Jonquel Jones with 17.
Once again, another timeout. Where does New York go? It's a John Paul Jones in the paint.
Who will be the finals MVP if New York wins it. That three off the mark. Thievish the rebound. Thievish didn't take. Thievish will drive. Misses the layup. Had a clean look. Would have given New York its first two-possession lead of the night. They trailed by 12 in the second quarter. McBride to the cup. Lays it in. Kayla McBride has had the answer all finals long.
Boy, this is a jumbo lineup for the New York Liberty with Jones, Stewart, and Sabri on the floor. So the quickness advantage will go to the Minnesota guards.
How much longer does New York go with this lineup? Ionescu waiting.
What's up, buddy? What's up, buddy?
Davis needs help. Finds it in Sabri. Sabri with size on Heidemann. Heidemann ties her up. And Natisha Heidemann and Niara Sabri are going to jump it with 4 on the shot clock as Ionescu will check in for Thornton.
John Paul Jones leads all scorers with 17, and she's had good pace and the ability to finish with physicality. But Kayla McBride recognizes a bid on her. Goes to her strength, her advantage, her quickness.
Shot clock at 4 for New York. Reset should Minnesota gain possession. And key that they let Juhas jump it, not Heidemann. They both were in the area. Ionescu back to get it, has to put it up, just checked in, does she know? She takes, can't hit. Ionescu still without a field goal, 0 for 12. Heidemann lays it in, what a delivery from McBride. Minnesota back in front by 1.
Minnesota getting out, running in transition over and over. We have seen beautiful bounce passes from their guards here. Advance the ball. McBride delivers perfectly. Heidemann finishes. Minnesota now with a 1-point lead.
The WNBA Finals are presented by YouTube TV. Try it free today. And in part by Gatorade. Is it in you?
Do the Ravens have it this year? Can Lamar get it done?
They're trying to write us out. Y'all got it? Now hard.
Oh, you know we got it. That's right.
Let's get it. Let's get it. You ain't never gonna stop us. 'Cause
How much time's up? Lisa has a hard out at 10. I'm not worried. How are you not worried? Just watch. Boom! You're number 1! You're number 1!
You're number 1! You're killing it, girl!
Asia, your car's small.
It's a little cramped, but it's fine.
Fine? When you became MVP once, was that fine? No, you did it twice.
They built you a statue.
But you're fine with this tiny car when you could just sell it to CarMax?
You're right. It's not fun.
I can't feel my legs.
Never settle on the lot or on the court. CarMax.
Thanks. What'd you get?
Oh, I got another double shot, double cream, double froth, double pump, double whip, double hot, double calf, double sleeve. Hey, did you know that Discover doubles your cashback at the end of the first year?
You are cut off.
You earn, we match.
Debbie.
Unlimited cashback match.
Can Sugar Ray Leonard do everyday tasks wearing boxing gloves?
Happy birthday.
And now putting on his new ArchFit Skechers Slip-ins. You just step in and go with comfort that will knock you out. Try new ArchFit hands-free Skechers Slip-ins.
this time is different. NBA opening week begins Wednesday and continues Friday on ESPN.
Well, our first NBA regular season doubleheader is Wednesday on ESPN, ESPN and Cortez in the app. Giannis and the Bucks take on Wnba and the Sixers at 7:30 Eastern, then it's out to LA for the unveiling of the Intuit Dome where the Clippers will host the Suns. It all starts with NBA Countdown at 7 Eastern. Adam Silver, the NBA commissioner, in the building here for Game 5. So is the WNBA commissioner, Kathy Engelberg, reacting to the outstanding applause Teresa Weatherspoon just got here from this Liberty crowd. New York basketball trailing 50-49, under 5.5 to go in the fourth. Lynx seeking a record 5th championship. New York looking for its first. Here's Phoenix. Off to Ionescu. Dump it down. Jones in traffic, and again, it's a Nafisa Collier jump ball.
Well, Minnesota knows that every time out of a timeout, New York is looking to get John Paul Jones the basketball inside. I'm sure Cheryl Reeve talked to her team about that. So what do? You send the extra defender on the pass. Great job by Nafisa Collier.
Alana Smith back in for Minnesota. Eli did a nice job with those minutes. Davis flags it down. 8 to shoot. Ionescu 0 for 12 from the floor. Ionescu. Runner won't go. 0 for 13 now from Ionescu. And Thornton picks up a foul. Boy, the Liberty, you just feel like at some point they're going to need a bucket here from Sabrina Ionescu. One of the stars of this team. The hero of Game 3. 0 for 13 in Game 5. Minnesota up 1 with the basketball. New York has scored just 2 points in this fourth. Heidemann looking to shake Stewart. 6 to shoot. Stewart hanging. Stewart the rejection. What defense from Breanna Stewart. The 3rd block of the game. Phoenix attacks the paint and lays it in. New York by 1. Heidemann a 3. Off the mark. Rebound New York. Ionescu fouled by Collier. First team foul, the 4th on Minnesota, and the 4th on Nafisa Collier.
Breanna Stewart with her 3rd block of the day keeps the guard in front of her. That wingspan, fingertip block.
Breanna Stewart has struggled shooting the basketball, but her defense in this series has been sensational.
Both on the ball and help side.
And that's 14 rebounds. Davis dishes in the corner. Thornton. No! Jones back to the line. Davis after it. Ionescu will reset for New York. They're 0 for 15 from 3. Davis can't finish, but gets fouled, and Leonie Phoenix will shoot 2.
Leonie Phoenix is an outstanding 3-point shooter, so you have to close out on her hard, and she has done a really solid job today. Driving, dribble penetrating, getting looks at the rim.
Davis sinks the first. Coming up next, Sports Center. After we crown the champion here in Brooklyn, Sports Center's going to have full post-game coverage. You don't want to go anywhere. Interviews with the winning players, press conference coverage, locker room celebration, and our countdown crew reacts as Phoenix has scored more points in a single postseason now than any player in league history for a rookie. And a whistle here against New York. Leonie Phoenix, the rookie, picks up the personal. Liberty lead by 3. 3:41 to go in the fourth. You know, this entire series, Rebecca, has a fluidity to it. It has had a fluidity to it.
Not today.
Not today. It is a grinded out, gritty Game 5. Maybe both teams fatigued as well. Thornton doesn't seem fatigued.
I think that's certainly the case. We've seen some of the shooting percentages that we have. 38% for Minnesota, only 31% for New York. Both of these teams shoot much better than that. I think fatigue playing a part. Also the physicality defensively. The officials have let this be a very physical game.
Smith nearly lost it. Over to Collier. McBride is at mid buckets all day. Serves up another. 17 for the veteran McBride. 1 point New York lead. Ionescu giving space, almost daring her to take that deep shot that time. Ionescu, pitch, fire, and hit! Collier with the response. New York just had its first two-possession lead of the game. Ionescu's first field goal. Collier nearly tied up Stewart again. Divish. Dishes Ionescu. No. Stewart bats it alive. Another chance for New York. 8 to shoot. Ionescu. Spinning, bouncing, Stewart, lane! This crowd in a total frenzy. They've waited 28 years for a championship. They are 2 minutes and 8 seconds away as New York's called for the foul, their 14th foul.
Back cuts are all about the timing. As soon as Sabrina turns, that's when Brianna Stewart dives to the bucket. The timing of this three could not have been any better for Sabrina Ionescu and the New York Liberty.
That is actually the 15th foul on New York. So free throws here for McBride. Completely unfazed. Kayla McBride, Nafisa Collier, both with 18 points. Collier with 14 of those in the first half. McBride hits both. We have had 5 straight games of clutch time minutes, meaning it's been within at least 5 points with under 5 minutes to go. And honestly, that's selling it short. That's how tight these games have been. Stewart! No! Rebound, Collier. Stewart now 0 for 3 from 3. And New York, 1 of 17 as a team. Ionescu's 3 a moment ago that only made from deep. Williams. Off to Collier. Minnesota down 2. Collier spins. Collier ties it up! 58 all! Timeout New York with 1:35 to go in the fourth.
Joe Reed orchestrated the last offensive set, but once her team got over midcourt, she wanted the ball in Nafisa Collier's hands, and we've seen how good Fee can be. When she gets dribble penetration going left, she spun back around, shot blocker there. You use your shoulders and your body and the rim to protect you. Nafisa Collier, what a finish to tie up this ball game.
Minnesota has responded so well in these moments, but it looked like New York could extend the lead, just building up for grabs. 4 straight points from the Lynx. Remember, a year ago, in a tight game 4, New York struggled to execute down the stretch. They felt so much more connected in difficult moments this year. They feel like that has been their greatest growth from a season ago. That being tested right now, with 1:35 left in the fourth, tied at 58. Minnesota does have a foul to give. New York does not. How about the Liberty, where they look to go with offensive execution here?
Well, we've seen them consistently look to go into Jonquil Jones, but Sabrina Ionescu has come alive a little bit. Not only as a ball handler and assister, but hit that big 3. Sabrina, Brianna Stewart, even if they have not had the most efficient day, you want them involved in the actions.
Ionescu 1 for 15, but the one came just a moment ago. Stewart 4 for 14. Thornton remains in rather than Laney Hamilton with the other 4 starters for New York. Davis gets it into Jones. Jones trying to take Smith. Jones can't curl it in. Stewart bats it out of bounds. It's Minnesota basketball with 1:24 to go in the fourth.
Minnesota is so good at just clogging up the paint. Kayla Thornton was wide open in that right corner when JJ took the shot.
Here is Collier. Minnesota with 4 straight points to tie it at 58. McBride backing away into Collier on Thornton. Collier goes baseline and lays it in. Nafisa Collier puts Minnesota in front. Ionescu had the 3, didn't take it, forcing her way in. Here's Beavish bouncing out to Stewart. New York a little frenzy. Stewart out to Jones. 7 to shoot. Jones in a crowd, and a blocking foul is called. Minnesota had one to give. And with how hurried New York went there, you wonder if Sandy Rundle might want to take a timeout just to talk things over.
The defense by Minnesota has just been smothered.
New York, 1 timeout and a reset left. 40 seconds to go. Liberty trail by 2. Stewart to deep catch and a foul. That's the second in the last 2 minutes. That means Stewart goes to the line with a chance to tie the game.
Keep an eye on Jonquil Jones' ankle. She steps on the foot of Carlton. That really rolled over. See if that has an impact these last 40 seconds.
That is the 5th foul on Collier. Carlton has 5 as well. Stewart back at the line in a meaningful spot. Misses the first. Leanna Stewart misses again at the line. 83.5% in her career. Misses both. Beavish the back out. Ionescu. No. Rebound underneath. Who has it? It's a tie-up. Jones and Williams.
Man, New York is lucky.
Almost inconceivable to see one of the greatest winners.
They had 2 attempts and has a chance to get the ball back. 33 seconds.
And look for Courtney Williams to violate. That's what Minnesota did in game 1 as well.
This is crazy.
And they do. They violate so that Cheryl Reed can set up her defense.
And she went over, got in the ear of the official to tell her we are going to violate to make sure that they did not miss it. She would rather have her defense set up.
New York ball down to 33 seconds to go. Minnesota with 6 straight points. New York has a timeout in their reset. So does Minnesota. Each team has its challenge. Neither team with a foul to give. Ionescu has to get it in bounds. Finds Beavish. Ionescu corner 3. Off the mark. Rebound Carlton. New York is like
Take your time. Take your time. Oh, this is going to be so bad.
They're not giving themselves any room for error if they do.
Make them foul you. Make them foul you.
Williams can go dagger seeking. Collier rummaging in.
Oh no! Oh my goodness!
Rebound with a timeout.
I cannot believe Collier left that short. That was right there.
Ionescu has gotten multiple open looks from 3 after finally hitting one that have not gone down. She is 1 for 9 from deep, 1 for 17 from the floor. New York as a team is 1 for 19 from downtown. Remember, this is a Liberty franchise that has never won a championship. So close with the ball down to 5 seconds to go.
Leo Zapasa, Sabrina, downstream, how high? You're gonna scream it over the road clip. You're gonna call over. Okay? This is open. Break it up here. If you get it, pass it in there. And if not, you get out. If you're not open, get out. Scream, Stewie. Now, if they follow it and finish it, that's a foul. Okay? But if you have to go, you are.
Well, Rebecca, here we go. 5.2 to go in the 4th quarter of Game 5. New York the basketball down to, of course, it would come down to this. Where did the Liberty go?
Well, we've seen them consistently throughout the course of this game going to Jonquil Jones. But what did Brianna Stewart say after game 1? A year ago, she had an opportunity to take the shot. and she did not do it. So if she gets a touch, I would expect Brianna Stewart to be the one to put the ball away.
Stewart has struggled 4 for 14. Ionescu 1 for 17. New York does have its reset should they struggle to inbound the basketball. Jones, Phoebish, Thornton, and Ionescu on the floor for New York rather than Laney Hamilton. Here is Phoebish. The rookie will trigger in. 6.3 on the clock. They added a little time. New York down 2. Championship in the balance. Phoebish gets it in to Stewart. Stewart catches, leaves, can't hit, but a foul. And Brianna Stewart.
No, this is crazy.
Missed 2 free throws, goes right back to the line.
Overtime. That was a great move because.
She comes in.
Oh, that was all ball. I'm challenging that.
And you and Minnesota might challenge.
Yeah, that's all ball. That's all ball. That is all ball. Unless they got another angle.
Timeout to barter with, whereas New York does not.
Previous foul calls under review. Minnesota is calling a full timeout to Johnson.
We'll need to see more replays.
Yeah.
But that first one, this call might get overturned.
A shaky inbound. Ooh, I think she hits the left wrist of Stewart.
Okay. I think we might see it again.
They shouldn't even call that, honestly. They shouldn't have called that. Like, this is the final. You don't call that. It has to be egregious.
And that would determine whether or not a certain team has the basketball rather than a jump. See if Smith hits the left arm of Stewart. That angle doesn't look like it.
Yeah.
The other angle looked like she catches the arm of Stewart there. I don't know. That looks clean.
Maybe the hand a little bit.
But obviously a massive call. Here's the one where it looks like maybe that right hand.
You don't call that
Is
though.
it enough to overturn?
Has to be clear and conclusive.
Is it the lower line? No.
Oh, Mo, I don't think she's gonna miss this time if she gets to the line.
There's so many layers here. Brianna Stewart has missed critical free throws in this series. Could have clinched game 1 at the end of regulation. Missed her second after tying it. Moments ago, missed 2 free throws with a chance to tie. Will she get a reprieve here? Now, there was no imminent possession there. So, if this is a successful challenge for Minnesota, there will be a jump ball.
After review, this is an unsuccessful challenge.
Oh, man.
Alana Smith is not in a legal guarding position. Therefore, Stewart will be shooting 2 free throws. And Minnesota loses their timeout and the ability to challenge subsequent plays.
They should not have called that.
Minnesota does still have its reset remaining, so they can advance the basketball and can sub. Brianna Stewart, 1 of 4 from the line tonight. 84.5% this year, 83.5% in her career.
Oh, shit.
Rarely in a game like this do you get a second chance. Brianna Stewart, one of the great winners.
Yeah, they will. Not just them, a lot of people. You don't call that. You do not call that. They've been calling a lot of fouls at the end.
It has the first.
Tied game.
Spike can't bear to watch. This to tie game 5. Tie game.
And of course, during the monitor review, Cheryl Reeve had a chance to show her team exactly what she wants them to run here on a reset timeout.
They can sub. New York does. Somali in for Ionescu. Minnesota can't huddle here. Carlton will inbound. Tied at 60. 5.2 to go in game 5. A title on the line. Will it be a win or overtime? Carlton has to get it in. McBride. No. Rebound. Knocked away. New York can use the reset. Did they use it? They did not. We have overtime.
Man, the Lynx had this game in their hands and just let it slip away.
It just feels like the basketball gods are getting a little gluttonous with their gifts now.
Joey's told us she would like Nafisa Collier involved if she can at the end, but Brianna Stewart defended that well. McBride got a really good look.
By the way, that's a mistake by New York as well to not call the reset timeout because they would have had enough time to catch and shoot.
Yeah, 1.5.
Yes.
That was on the clock when they corralled the board.
So good job to get the stop.
Yes, Mo, loaded with drama, just loaded. A lot of the games ended on in this series ended on the ref whistle.
All the crazy endings we've had in this series. Beginning with game one, an epic comeback from the Lynx. They were down 15 with 5 minutes to go. Courtney Williams, 4-point play with 5.5 seconds left, gave them their first lead of the game. Then Brianna Stewart missed a second free throw that would have given New York the win in overtime after Nafisa Collier's turnaround jumper. Stewie's layup didn't go, and Minnesota won it 95-93 in overtime. Game 3. Tie game, Sabrina Ionescu with a shot around the world from 28 feet to give New York a 2-1 series lead. A bounce back in game 4 from Minnesota. Bridget Carlton attacking the glass, fouled by Sabrina Ionescu, hits both free throws. The heave from Sabrina this time off the mark. And now, tonight, Brianna Stewart with New York down 2, attacking, said, as you point out, she wants the shot this year, took it, got the whistle, and after missing 2 free throws just seconds before, makes 2 to tie the game. McBride got a very clean look, but unable to hit. New York secures the rebound this time. Missed opportunity not using the reset, but we have overtime.
Ksenia Bardello after game 4 understood how important not only it was to get the stop, but to corral the board while Ionescu was out in that situation, went a little bit bigger.
Something to keep in mind here. Bridget Carlton and Nafisa Collier both have 5 fouls. For the Liberty, Kayla Thornton has 5. Nobody else with more than 3 in this game.
Lady Hamilton only with 18 minutes in this one. Kayla Thornton has really.
I feel like when you go to overtime, you should start off fresh. All fouls should be wiped out.
Battling a knee injury, all playoffs long, but will perhaps need more attention after this season. She is grinding it out. 5 more minutes of basketball at Barclays Center. An epic conclusion to an unforgettable season of women's basketball.
And how great has these finals been, Ryan Rucco?
The best finals in this league's history. The first time we have multiple overtime games. Minnesota seeking a record 5th title. New York trying to end the 28-year drought and win title number 1. Collier and Jones will jump it up. Overtime of game 5 is underway. And you wonder, this is tennis! New York had been 1 for 19 from 3 in this game. Collier kicks it out. Boston had a chance, didn't take it, and a foul here on Sabali.
New York Liberty winning the jump ball and immediately looking to attack offensively. Thievish catch, foul. There's very little that gets her route.
13 for the rookie.
Yara Sabali in defensively. She did a nice job on that last possession initially.
Here's Williams. Her mid-range. Welcome. Ionescu dishing. Davis. We're going to take Williams. And to shoot. Ionescu to the corner. 7 to shoot. Ionescu drives it, kicks it, baby! No! And a nice box out underneath from Smith. Looked like Ionescu had a chance for three and did not take it.
She's had a number of those. She's been reluctant to shoot after being 1 for 17.
Williams can't finish it. Good contest from Sonali. Ionescu the crossover. The pass deflected out of bounds. Last hit Sonali. It's Minnesota basketball. That has been the one effective thing for Ionescu in this game. That pick and roll with Sonali. Sabrina with 8 assists. Sonali with 11 points off the bench. New York has gotten more scoring off its bench in this game than any other. Williams takes the three, the mid-range. No! Williams follows it up. Another chance for Minnesota. Williams has been cold here, 2 for 14. Sonali the steal. Sonali the breakaway. And the lay.
Averaged 15 minutes per game in the regular season. She has come in here in Game 5 and provided an incredible boost off the bench. The effort, the energy, the relentlessness on the defensive end. 13 points on 5 of 7 from the field for Niara Sabo here in 14 minutes. An absolute difference maker.
If New York wins, Niara Sabali is getting a podium interview.
For sure.
She had averaged 3.4 points per game in these playoffs. 2.8 in these finals. She has 13 in Game 5, and New York has its largest lead of the game. Now, Rebecca, you know, and we just saw it at the end of the fourth quarter, Minnesota does not get frazzled. They've been a poised team all season, and they know how to respond.
We've seen Kaylee McBride answer so many times throughout the course of the playoffs. Nafisa Collier as well. See New York extending their pressure defense stride. It takes some time off for Minnesota. Slow them down.
Collier's been great with 22. McBride with 19. It's Williams who struggled the first time all series for Minnesota. She's 2 for 14. Here's Carlton. Carlton looking to drive it. 3 minutes to go. Williams left alone. Gets it up. 5 to shoot. Carlton hustling inside. McBride gets it off. Can't hit it. And a shot clock violation.
Minnesota's initial set was to run an elevator screen for Kaylee McBride on the left side of the floor. But New York's defense kept Minnesota on the right side of the floor, so could not get it to her initially.
First time a winner-take-all game in the WNBA Finals has gone into overtime. New York has scored the first 5 in OT, but McBride comes over the steal, and a foul, and could it be a clear path foul?
Shots and the ball. Shots and the ball. Listen, this is overtime. People are tired.
Great hands by Kayla McBride. Was Sabrina far enough ahead that that wouldn't be considered a clear path? It's hard to tell. Great activity by Kayla McBride, getting her hands high so she can deflect that pass. Is Sabrina far enough ahead that that won't constitute a clear path?
Take a look again at where she is. It looks like when the foul occurs, is Ionescu still ahead of her?
if it's a clear path, one free throw plus the basketball.
It's a game-changing call, potentially.
Another look at it from this camera angle. It's really hard to
It's
tell.
really tight. When Sabali reaches in, now a defender needs to have a shoulder ahead at the time of the foul for it to be a common foul. Let's see if Sabrina
After
did.
review, the call on the floor stands as a common foul. The shot clock will be reset to 2:45 and 23 on the shot clock, respectively.
Sabrina's shoulder ahead. That's all you need. It is a common foul. But a massive play for Minnesota nonetheless. Again, just when it feels like this building's going to explode and New York has all the momentum, Minnesota, who's been tested and come through in these playoffs for spots. One of the things that Visa Collier told us was the value of having Cheryl Reed, who's coached 4 championships on that bench, coaching them. 4 titles and into 7 finals. Rebecca Brunson, who won 4 titles with Minnesota, on that bench, helping them through these difficult moments.
Minnesota just continued to have incredible poise, especially for a young team. While their coaching staff has been here before, many of the players have not.
65-60. New York in front of Minnesota. 2:45 to go in overtime. It's winner take all game 5. Lynx yet to score in OT. I'm surprised some more beverages haven't made their way on the floor of this game.
Courtney Williams off the floor, Natisha Heidemann on the floor.
Here is Heidemann. Williams has struggled in this one. Heidemann dumps it in. Too long for Collier.
Visa Collier fighting for position, got the diagonal up screen to get inside, then fought and fought. She's frustrated, saying Phoebish held her, but it was a good defensive stance by the New York Liberty.
3rd turnover in overtime for Minnesota. Ionescu with space. Ionescu driving it into traffic. Needs help, just flings it out. 7 to shoot. Ionescu might have to make something happen. It's going to be Stewart. No, short again. What a rebound from Heidemann, who's fouled from behind by Phoebish. And again, Brianna Stewart's 3-point attempts, just line drives and short. 0 for 3 from 3. New York is 2 for 22 from 3.
How about Natisha Heidemann, though? The smallest player on the floor gets in there, tips it to herself. That is just an outstanding defensive board by the smallest player on the floor.
Under 2 minutes to go in overtime. Minnesota needs a bucket. New York by 5. McBride gets fouled. Kayla McBride has taken advantage of that switch very consistently. And will go to the line to shoot 2.
As soon as you get a defender on your hip, you have them beat. And she gets them on her hip and navigates it. We've seen her finish over and over again in that circumstance, that time, getting to the free throw line.
New York no longer has a foul to get in. Minnesota still does. Each team gets a reset timeout in the final 2 minutes of overtime, just like regulation. McBride sticks the first. 89% on the season, 89.5% of her career. Spike didn't need a chair today. McBride hits both, and it's a 1-possession lead for New York. And Liberty, in their 28-year history, have never won a WNBA championship. Minnesota trying to become the first to win 5. Ionescu, nearly carried. McBride all over Ionescu. Out to Sabali. Sabali again! And that's going to be an offensive foul as Carlton takes the contact. New York does still have its challenge remaining.
We've seen this throughout the course of the finals. Bridget Carlton stepping in, making a big defensive stance. This time takes the charge. That is gutsy considering she has 5.
And that is the right call. 1:30 to go in overtime. Minnesota steadying things now. Sabali nearly cut to another. New York by 3. They leave Collier alone. She stops. Gets denied by guess who? Niara Sabali.
Miscommunication initially between Brianna Stewart and Niara Sabali leaves the lane open for Nafisa Collier, but the recovery, we've talked about Fiend, how she pauses. Great block.
Heidemann to inbound. Has to get it in. Running out of time. Finds Collier. Heidemann out of bounds. Weston, Minnesota. New York basketball.
The switch, this time Brianna Stewart on Letitia Heidemann, takes away all of her vision. 7'1" wingspan, 6'4" length. Hits the ball off of Letitia Heidemann. Off of Heidemann's foot. That's an easy one to see because of the fluorescent shoes.
New York will take a timeout and reset here. With 1:15 to go in overtime. The Liberty a 65-62 lead on Minnesota. Rebecca, so often the Liberty are at their best when they're playing fluidly, when they have rhythm on defensively, when they're trading threes. They've had none of that tonight. A sign of their maturation that they're still in position to win this game 5 despite not having their usual style develop here in game 5.
You know, we've been treated to 4 fluid, beautiful games in these finals, but when teams play each other this much in a short period of time, you're able to take away what each other wants to do, and that's been the case. This low-scoring game today is such a defensive battle, but yes, late game, big plays. Who's going to make them?
Brianna Stewart has not sat in this game. Donquil Jones has played 40 minutes. Nafisa Collier has played 43. Kayla McBride has played 42. 1:15 to go in overtime. New York basketball leading by 3. Stewart's free throws in the final seconds tied this game and sent it to overtime after she had missed 2 possession earlier.
Initiating.
Courtney Williams backing for Minnesota. Here's Jones, 10 to shoot. Divish turns, dishes, Ionescu, 6 to shoot, Ionescu, short, Smith the rebound. Another chance for Minnesota. Ionescu now 1 for 18. Williams has the switch on Jones. Williams dishes, Smith loses it, and Stewart has it for New York. 5th turnover of overtime for Minnesota. Here's Ionescu, crowd on its feet, under 30 seconds to go. Liberty by 3. Ionescu gives it up. Stewart gives it back. Ionescu! No! Misses again! Sabrina Ionescu has had chance after chance and is 1 for 19 from the floor. Remarkable that New York is winning this game with the shooting struggles of Stewart and Ionescu.
New York has done just enough on the defensive end of the floor to have this lead, and they've had monster games from their bench. 15 points off their bench compared to only 6 from Minnesota. New York's defense in this overtime has been locked down when they've needed it to be. Coming in, Niara Sabali has had an impact, a huge impact on that end of the floor. Help side has been there. Sabrina Ionescu in a stance. Phoebish as well. They switch when they need to. So far have gotten just enough stops, Ryan. Will they get another one? Or will Minnesota find their own magic once again here in Barclays?
Minnesota, a single field goal in overtime. New York, 2. And they came one way. The Phoebish 3 off the tip. Moves large in overtime to take the score. Minnesota, still with a reset timeout. New York does not have a foul to give. How about the Liberty here? Do they foul up 3 rather than give Minnesota a chance to tie? Still a lot of time left with 18 seconds.
You, of course, would have to wait for the clock to dwindle, but Sandy Brondello traditionally has not fouled up 3 late game situations.
Minnesota is number 1 in the league in three-point shooting percentage. Tonight, they're 3 for 18. Obviously, plenty of time. They do not need a 3. New York 65, Minnesota 62, 18.4 to go in OT. Williams gets it in. Carlton to tie. No! Savely the rebound. Pitches back. And Thornton is fouled. Minnesota had one to give. A great look for Bridget Carlton. A very good three-point shooter, but unable to hit.
Bridget Carlton has made game winners, including in the regular season against Connecticut. This is a great shot for her. New York had their big rebounding lineup in to corral the ball.
Now New York still has a timeout and a reset should they struggle with the inbound. Now if that foul's on Collier, it's number 6, and she is gone. .7 rebounds from Collier, who has had a historically great playoffs and who is just entering her climb as a star in this league. Ionescu will inbound, and Minnesota has to get a 5th player on the court.
Before Nafisa came out of the game, it looked like Sandy Brondello might call a timeout. Brandon Stewart looked at her and said no.
Inbound goes to Stewart. Stewart not fouled yet. Now she is, with just over 10 seconds remaining. And Brianna Stewart back at the line. This time perhaps with a chance to seal it. Stewart missed 2 critical free throws in the final seconds of regulation, but then got a second chance. With under 4 seconds to go, she hit both to tie the game and send it into overtime. Here to make it a 2-possession lead for New York. You bet. Offense, defense, as Ionescu goes out, Thornton comes in. These fans starting to taste it. Got a vote. Minnesota takes its reset. Xander Lassini in. Yuha's out. New York by 5 in overtime. Swin Cash and Teaspoon can barely stand the excitement. The Liberty this close to their first title in a forever finals. Carlton will inbound. Carlton lobs it in. Taken away by Beamish. Off to Stewart. 28 years in the making. The New York Liberty are WNBA champions. The original franchise has its very first title. The final in a classic overtime.
Spike Lee finally has a championship in New York.
We've waited nearly 3 decades of this moment, overcome with emotion. You see the tears falling from Teaspoon. Sabrina Ionescu hugging her husband, Aronis. What a performance from the Arasabali, who will never pay for a meal in New York. And Brianna Stewart.
Does Sably win the MVP? Who gets the MVP?
You said that you want to be a great player. With 10 seconds left, you step to the line and make it a two-possession game. How were you processing that moment to win this title?
Oh my God, Holly. This is incredible. I think that, I missed it earlier in the series, and I knew I was going to make it, and I knew I was going to make it to that city. This is something special right here. I'm trying not to cry, but oh my God, this is amazing. And for the first time ever, this city is special.
You're a kid from New York. You grew up dribbling your basketball around the yard in Syracuse. For you to be the person that brings this title to this city and this state, what does that mean?
Oh, it means everything. I wanted to come here, and I wanted to be the first, and I want to be here without my teammates. We had some ups and downs. The series was tough, but we fought through because we wanted to bring it home to this city and this crowd. This crowd was amazing. All over the state, Holly.
This group had to come together. This was not an easy game, not your greatest performances in some respects, but how did you not fracture and stay together in this tough time?
We just stayed with it. It was going to be hard. We just continued to fight. We're tired. The series was a lot, but we know this crowd had our back, and we had to continue to show up.
What does it mean for you to win this with your children in your arms, your wife here beside you?
Oh, I mean, this is my first championship with my kids and my family, so it's incredible for her to see this and to let them grow up and know that they can be just like this one day.
Thank you, Siri.
Well, a beautiful moment with Brianna Stewart, who hits those clutch free throws, had a shot of redemption that came through. Elijah Laney Hamilton, a champion after several years here with this franchise. Fat Joe here to witness it. Marta giving kisses to her wife, Stewie. And we will be back in 45 seconds with a trophy presentation. The New York Liberty have waited 28 years for this moment. In overtime, Game 5 victory. What a poetic ending in the city that certainly will not sleep tonight.
It's game time. Let's talk later. Step aside, man. Big man job.
This year, we go back to back. Go so fast, JT.
Meet me on the floor, ASAP!
Y'all mind? Let's go.
And here we go. Inside this building.
For the images of the champions of the WNBA, Sabrina Ionescu struggled in this game, 1 for 19, hit one big three late in the fourth. Sandy Brondello, a champion with a second franchise after winning in Phoenix. Niara Sabali, an unexpected hero in Game 5. John Claude Jones, consistent throughout. New York was not able to finish the deal after Teaspoon shot in 1999. They do finish it tonight after Sabrina Ionescu's in 2024. This franchise has waited nearly 30 years to lift that trophy. They are about to get a chance to. Can't say enough about what the ownership group of Joe and Clara Rusai has done to lift the Liberty to their very first title. Time to get things over. The public address announcer, Ron Pitch, for the festivities.
Fans, the WNBA would like to thank YouTube TV, the presenting partner of the WNBA Finals. And now for the presentation of the 2024 WNBA Finals Trophy and the WNBA Finals MVP Award. Please welcome.
How did Commissioner have on a New York dress? Did she already know something?
Well, congratulations to the New York Liberty, the 2020 WNBA champions. But first, I want to say a special thank you to the Minnesota Lynx. I don't know about you, but that is some of the most beautiful basketball we have ever seen in WNBA Finals history, and both teams deserve a ton of credit and love. Here to accept the trophy for the New York Liberty, our team governors, Joe and Clara Tsai, to be presented by our WNBA commissioner. The finals will be presenting this trophy by YouTube TV, Kathy Engelbert.
Thank you, Holly. In a season to remember, what a way, an unforgettable way to cap this off with this final series. So again, congratulations to the Minnesota Lynx. What a series, 2 overtimes, so congratulations to the Lynx. And to the fans, both here and in Minnesota, thank you so much for everything this season. So, to present the award for the WNBA champions, so much credit to Clara Wu Tsai and Joe Tsai, the owners, to Coach Sandy Brondello and GM Jonathan Kolb, and to the players. You have made history, the first championship in franchise history. Congratulations, 2024 champions.
Joe had a vision for this franchise. When you brought this team to Brooklyn, what did you think you could build, and how have you maybe exceeded even your wildest dreams?
Well, Holly, when we bought the team 4 years ago, they were playing in Westchester County Center to a crowd of 2,000. And the first thing we wanted to do was bring the team to Barclays Center so that they could have a bigger stage. And then we wanted to give them facilities and performance and nutrition and everything that they deserve because they are such elite professional athletes. And look what can happen when you have an intention and you put resources and care and attention to it.
This is what can happen when you invest in women. Thank you. Sandy Brondello, this is the most dramatic double overtime, 2 different overtime moments. How were you able to find the right mixture? Because you were pressing a lot of different buttons tonight that you've pressed all season long.
Yeah, look, it was the moment. We went to our bench. We had a great bench, and I think Taylor Thornton and the RSW really stepped up when we needed them the most. But really proud of how resilient, and we stayed together. And Minnesota, credit to them, they're a tough team. They made us work really hard. But New York, we did it!
And now for the presentation of the WNBA Finals Most Valuable Player Award. Once again, here's Commissioner Kathy Engelbert.
Thank you again, Holly. And our most valuable player for the 2024 WNBA Finals is, with averaging 18 points and 8 rebounds, Jonquel Jones.
Woo! Go Jonquel! There you go. MVP! Wow. You didn't see it coming?
Jonquel, you came to this city to win a championship. How does the reality match what you thought it could be?
I could never dream of this. I mean, Y'all know my story. Y'all know many times I've been denied it, but it was delayed. That's all it was, and I'm so happy to do it here.
Just in case you don't know her story, you left home at 13 years old. You left the Bahamas to come and live with strangers so you could chase your basketball dream. What do you have to say to your friends and family and everyone who's sacrificed for you so much along the way to have this moment?
That I'm here because of them, that all the sacrifices that they made have allowed me to be the person that I am today. Like you said, I moved over and I lived with strangers, and those strangers became my family. And Coach Rich is here today, my mom is here today, you know, my fiance is here today. But God is good, and none of this happens without my teammates and without the people that have poured into me and without these amazing fans.
I do want to ask you a basketball question because this game was so hard. The Minnesota Lynx defense was smothering and swarming. You had to continue time and time again to maintain your composure. How were you able to do that and come up with some of the biggest moments of your basketball life?
Like you said, it's the biggest moments, and you have to lock in if you want to be a champion. And it was all about this and us winning together because we really love each other. So we're here now, so it was all worth it.
Okay, in these trophy presentations, you know we can't interview everybody, so I wanted to do a couple of quick shout-outs. But Nigel Laney, who has battled through injury all season long. Courtney Vandersloot, who has had difficulties through the season and kept her heart for this game. Kayla Thornton, who can switch 1 through 5 and change the course of history tonight. I do believe a piece of this trophy will have to go home to the German national team because Niara Sabali and Leonie Fibish were crucial parts. And Sabrina Ionescu, where are you, Sab? You have told us for so many years that you've had to learn a hard lesson that when the shots aren't falling, you can still impact a game. How did you do that tonight to win this trophy?
Just did whatever it took to win. Believed in my teammates, believed in this entire organization. It takes everyone. You don't do this alone, and God, we did it in New York!
None of you would be standing here tonight without your epic game winner in Game 3. With Teresa Weatherspoon in the building, you said, I want that shot to mean something. What does it mean tonight with the trophy right in front of you?
Man, we're WNBA champs, New York or nowhere!
Okay, Niara, I've got to put you on the spot. I'm going to call you the MVP .2 because you have not played many minutes in this series. You haven't scored more than 4 points in any game this series. Why, when your number was called, were you so prepared to come up with the greatest performance of your life?
Honestly, that's what I've been working for all my career. Moments like these, and to be able to come in here and do this in the Game 5 at home just means the world. I don't even have any words right now. Just my family's here, my sister. Yeah, honestly, yeah, sorry.
Do you want to say anything to your family and friends watching at home in Germany in your native language?
Immer weiter, wa? Yeah, Google Translate that.
Okay, we will do that later. I just want to say congratulations to all of you. This incredible team, the culture that you have built here, the investment that they've made in women. This is what women's sports can be when you will invest. I can't wait to see the WNBA next season. For everybody at ESPN, ABC, all of our networks, thank you so much for watching women's sports. The future is ours if we will just build it. Here are your WNBA 2024 champs, the New York Liberty.
Like she said, I can't wait to see what the WNBA will be next year. The New York Liberty has been together all year, and they are as deserving as anyone to win the championship. Congratulations once again to the New York Liberty. Thank you guys for hanging in there. Thank you, Germany, Bahamas, America, all of you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you for hanging with us all season, and we will move this thing to the college level. So look for us there. Thank you. Have a good night.